Speed Duel is a fast-paced alternative format for Yu-Gi-Oh! Using regular cards and throwing in skills to shake things up, making some unused cards more viable, allowing more anime strategies to come to life. Join us as we progress through each Speed Duel product release and draft each skill available at that time before battling it out in Speed Duel Skill Draft. The Battle City box was released November 26th, 2020 and contains 8 pre-built 20-card decks along with 34 additional cards for further customization. Alex takes It's No Monster, It's a God, which lets him discard any number of cards to add Obelisk the Tormentor from deck or grave to hand. I take the Fury of Thunder, which if I control Slifer, lets me draw until I have 4 cards in hand, and if Slifer is sent to the graveyard, I can shuffle it back into my deck. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Fury of Thunder, which is a Slifer the Sky Dragon strategy. So our skill, activate the following skills. During your main phase, while you control Slifer the Sky Dragon, draw until you have 4 cards in your hand. If Slifer the Sky Dragon is sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle it back into the deck. Each of these skills can only be used once per duel. So the first skill is pretty good because that means that when we do summon our Slifer, which will probably use a lot of resources and empty our hand, we can then refill our hand, triggering Slifer's effect, gaining 1,000 points of each card in hand, therefore going up to 4,000 attack. So that can now contest Alex's Obelisk, which is really good. The other effect is a little bit more wonky. If Slifer goes to the graveyard, we can shuffle it back into our deck. This can be useful if it gets discarded, or I guess if it gets destroyed, we can shuffle it back in, but I'm not sure if we're actually going to want it back in. I think once we get Slifer out, we're either going to win or lose then with that Slifer. So we'll have to see how it goes. But Slifer specifically requires 3 tributes to normal summon. So we can't lower this card's level and get a less tribute or anything. It specifically needs 3 tributes. This card's normal summon cannot be negated. When normal summoned, cards and effects cannot be activated. This means things like Floodgate Trap Hole can't work on it, for example. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was special summoned, send it to the graveyard. Gain 1,000 attack defense for each card in your hand. If a monster is normal or special summoned to your opponent's field in attack position, that monster loses 2,000 attack. Then, if its attack is reduced to 0 as a result, destroy it. So if we can get our Slifer the Sky Dragon out first before Alex can summon his Obelisk the Tormentor, if he summons his Obelisk, it will be cut down immediately to 2,000 attack, and then we'll be unable to fight against our Slifer, again assuming our hand is full, which it should be thanks to our Fury of Thunder skill. So basically, we're going to be racing Alex to try and get Slifer the Sky Dragon out as soon as possible. So for the rest of the monsters, we are on 3 copies of Breaker. This is just a generically good body, and it has the effect to destroy back row, which can be decent, and it combos quite nicely with Apprentice Magician, who when it's summoned can add a spell counter to a card. So we could use Summon Breaker, use its effect to destroy back row. If it survives the turn, we could the next turn summon Apprentice Magician, give Breaker its spell counter back, and destroy another back row. But Apprentice Magician has another effect. If it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, we can special summon a level 2 or lower spellcaster monster from our deck and face down defense. So we can use this effect to float into another copy of itself, or we can float into Magical Undertaker, who has 400 attack, 400 defense, flip, you can target a level 4 lower spellcaster monster and give a special summon the target, which means we could use Magical Undertaker, for example, to go back into Apprentice Magician, or we could just summon any of our other cards. Unfortunately, the monster does get special summoned, so it's going to be face up, but it does mean a monster gets to stick on the board, which is what we're trying to do to keep monsters around, just to be tributes to summon out Slifer. The other card we have is Magician of Faith, so target 1 spell in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. This card can also be very, very important to get recycling our spells, which are going to be very, very important for this deck. The spell cards run, we only have 2 of them. Allure of Darkness, draw 2 cards, then banish 1 dark monster from your hand, or if you do not have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the graveyard. So the idea is that every card in here is dark, except for our Magician of Faith and our Slifer the Sky Dragon, which are light and divine. But this should be able to allow us to filter through our deck and find the cards that we need. And one of the most important cards that we're going to need to find is Fiend Sanctuary. So special summon a Metal Fiend token, which is 0 attack, 0 defense. It cannot attack. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving it. And once per turn during your standby phase, pay 1,000 life points or destroy this token. So this is a really cool card because we can summon it out and just immediately use it as a tribute to summon out Slifer the Sky Dragon. So if we get this into the graveyard and we can get Magician of Faith onto the field, for example, we could activate it, flip over Magician of Faith, grab it back, activate it again. That's immediately 3 monsters. We can then tribute out Slifer the Sky Dragon, and then we can Fury of Thunder to get our hand up to 4 cards, and we are off to the races. So for the extra deck, the most important ones here are more than likely going to be Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and 1,000 Eyes Restrict. Blue Eyes because it can contest Obelisk's 4,000 attack, and 1,000 Eyes Restrict because we can eat Obelisk's 4,000 attack. And they are both very relevant because we are on 3 Waking the Dragons in the extra. This is in case we see Alex is on just a ton of back row hate. We can side this in and try and mess him up that way. And we're also a Nyhmnim in case he is also on just a crap ton of back row and we need to be able to fight through it to stick our Slifer the Sky Dragon. So this is the deck. It's definitely interesting. I think we could have a good deck on our hands, and both of us have Gentleman's out of monster removal, which means if we do manage to stick one of our gods, it should be quite sticky outside of the other one using a god to beat it, or a spell trap or monster effect that either reduces attack or changes battle position. So let's fire on into the game and see what kind of obelisk deck Alex has for us. Alright, so big game here. This is the finals of the Battle City box before we move on to the next Speed Duel product release. We are actually 3-3, so things have really heated up. It's interesting as well, we've gone for the best of 7, and this is where things have gone head to head. You know, everything's been pretty much even Stevens throughout, so this is going to be a really cool one, especially since we're both going to be on god decks. I don't know about you, but I have always thought Obelisk was the coolest god.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, I think the only problem I ever had with Obelisk, like, aesthetically, is whenever they have to, like, draw his legs in the show, he looks really weird. But, like, in the TCG art, they just kind of have, like, a black shadow where his legs are. And he just looks, like, menacing and imposing. But as soon as you see these, like, giant blue legs, it just looks really weird and kind of funky.
Yeah, it is a little strange. Definitely cooler when he's just the torso and arms.
But, yeah, obviously I'm going to be on Slifer, so I'll be repping Yugi, you're going to be repping Kaiba. We'll have to see what we are able to do. We'll see. I think it'll be like a race. It's similar to the Yugi-Kaiba match during Battle City Finals, when they do basically race to see who can summon their god first, and Kaiba gets very flustered that Yugi is able to summon Slifer before he can summon Obelisk. So, I'm looking forward to this. Let's fire on in and just pick. Ooh, that's pretty bad.
Ooh. I'll go second.
Yeah.
Kinda want to go first because it is that race to get the god out first. But
Well, stand by main. I'm going to activate Allure of Darkness. Draw 2 cards, then banish a dark monster from my hand, or if I do not have one, I send my entire hand to the graveyard. So we'll draw 1. We'll draw 2. Then I think I'll be banishing Breaker the Magical Warrior. Next up, I'm going to set a monster and then pass over to you.
okay. I also am going to activate Allure of Darkness
Okay, see if we're on very similar decks or not.
and banish a breaker.
Ah, literally copying me, are we?
Let's set a back row.
Okay,
Normal summon a breaker.
okay.
Gonna activate another Allure of Darkness.
Ooh, okay, so we played cards out of our hand first, so this might be a gambling a little.
Banish a Pitch Black Werewolf.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Go to battle.
Might want to give this counter as well.
Oh, yeah. Attack for 19.
You have
With
attacked and destroyed my Apprentice Magician, which will trigger its effect and let me summon out a monster from my deck. I think for now, we're going to summon out another Apprentice Magician. We will set it down.
Alright. And then.
Alright, draw for turn. Stand by main. I think the play here is just going to be to set another monster in defense and pass back to you again.
Okay. Collect starter. There we go. I think I do. I'm gonna activate Allure of Darkness.
Oh, okay. So we've seen all 3 allures this early. So he's digging through his entire deck at this point. 4 cards ahead of me.
Banish a breaker. Normal summon a Pitch Black Werewolf.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Go battle. Attack.
So you have attacked Magician of Faith, which will trigger its effect and put Allure of Darkness back to my hand.
Ooh.
And then you obviously attacked Apprentice Magician. So I will summon from my deck Magician of Faith.
Okay.
Let me set it down.
And burn.
Right, draw for turn. Oh, that is the worst draw. Stand by main. Oh, that is the worst draw in my deck, unfortunately. Well, actually, I suppose there would have been one other draw that's just as bad. Okay. We're going to set 1. Set 2.
Okay.
I'm then going to activate Allure of Darkness.
Oh,
Anything in
emptying the
response?
hand. Nope.
Draw 1. Draw 2. And we will then banish Undertaker.
Let target 1 in the graveyard. Okay.
I will then activate Allure of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So draw 1. Draw 2. Banish Undertaker again. Now we have to think. But playing this is not going to help that matter. So I'm going to set a monster and pass the turn.
Okay. Activate Breaker.
Okay.
Remove his counter. Get rid of that.
You have destroyed my Fiend Sanctuary.
Alright. I'm going to activate my trap card.
Yep.
Wampa Mirror.
Okay.
Move him here.
I have no response.
Okay. I'll activate my skill card. Well, discard 1 worm bait.
Okay.
Grab. Come on, there we go. Obelisk from deck. Tribute summon all 3. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Here he is. So the first god of skill draft.
Another back row. Another back row.
Okay.
Go to battle. No, we'll hit this one.
You have attacked. Magician of Faith.
Ooh.
With its effect, I will add back to my hand my Fiend Sanctuary.
Right. And turn.
Draw. Jesus. Okay. Stand by main. Everything's fine. We will activate Allure of Darkness.
Yep.
So we'll draw 1. Draw 2. And then we will banish Apprentice Magician. I will then flip summon my Magician of Faith. Using its effect, I will add to my hand Allure of Darkness. I'm then going to activate my face down card, the Fiend Sanctuary.
Ooh.
So this will summon a token. It cannot attack. Your opponent takes any battle damage that you would have taken from this battle. Once potential of 7 phases, pay 1,000 life points. That doesn't matter. It's here to be tributed. I will then activate Fiend Sanctuary. I will then tribute my 3 monsters to summon Slifer the Sky Dragon. Because I have 3 cards in hand, he currently has 3,000 attack.
Yep.
So now I can activate this. If during my main phase, while you control Slifer the Sky Dragon, draw it until you have 4 cards in your hand. So I will draw 1 card. Which will then boost his attack even higher. Now, there is a little bit of a problem here, which is I have used a lot of my cards to get to this stage.
Yes, you certainly have.
I only have 2 cards left in my deck, and I need him to be bigger to easily get over your guy. I do have potentially another way out of this, but it's not a pretty one. So we're going to go all in. We're going to activate Allure of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to draw 2 cards. So either way, this game is ending now. We'll banish this. Send this to graveyard. I will activate Fiend Sanctuary. Summon the 3rd token. This guy will unfortunately go down to 3. We'll go to battle, and we will attempt to attack into your obelisk.
I mean, if that goes through, I lose.
Yes.
So I'm going to activate Book of Moon.
You
don't know if
cannot flip a token
tokens-
face down.
Yeah, I thought not. Flip Slifer's face down then.
Set. Then the attack goes through.
And I lose 400.
Yeah,
Damn.
not how I wanted to win. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough cards in deck for Slifer. So I don't know. Like, I'll show this to you now, even though we're still only on game 1. But I have 2 Slifer. They were both basically the bottom of my deck.
Oh.
I was like, please Slifer, please come. Fortunately, we did have a backup plan, so it wasn't just give up. But yeah, we'll see if you've got anything to help that in game 2.
I'm actually gonna go first this time.
Okay. I don't think it made a huge difference last time, since neither of us were able to summon our god particularly quickly.
No. That's true. Gonna activate Lure of Darkness.
Okay.
2.
Yep.
Banish. Wall.
Okay.
Set, and normal.
Oh, the turn 1 breaker.
And
Start turn. Stand by main. Breaker turn 1 is kind of a bungus, isn't he? I guess I'm just going to set and pass. I don't think there's really much I can do staring down a breaker and 2 back row.
okay.
I mean, you could potentially just summon Obelisk right now, depending on what your back rows are.
Yeah, why not? Quantum Cat
Okay.
and Swamp Mirror.
Okay. Oh, well, he's out very early.
Or Disc. Swing.
Well, you've killed Apprentice Magician, which will trigger its effect. And I suppose nothing better really to take than Apprentice Magician. We get. Alright,
And then
draw for turn. Stand by main. Things aren't looking great right now. I will set another monster and pass the turn.
okay. Well, that's a breaker.
Yep.
Go to battle.
You've killed Apprentice Magician. With its effect, I will summon Magical Undertaker.
What does he do? Targets level 4 or lower spell monster in your graveyard. Special summons it. Okay. Oh,
You've killed Apprentice Magician. With its effect, I will summon Magician of Faith. Draw for turn. Stand by main. Well, normal summon Breaker. Go to battle. We will attack your Breaker with my Breaker.
okay.
Pass the turn.
Set this back row. Go to battle. I
Yep.
have no spells in your graveyard right now, so I'll beat over the Magician of Faith.
Can you guess how I'm bricking right now?
Have you got 2 Slifers in hand by any chance?
I mean, maybe
Or
not.
spells.
But the point is, I haven't got any spells.
Hmm.
There's one. So draw and draw, and then to the banish, I suppose it will have to be Breaker. That doesn't do anything. So I suppose I will set, and then pass the turn.
Okay, well. Breaker.
Okay.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to use the spell token. Go
Okay.
for that.
Well, Waking the Dragon. So off of Waking the Dragon, I will special summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Okay, I will
So you're
activate
going to
Windstorm.
change it to defense.
Swing.
To the graveyard with my boy.
And swing.
So you kill Magician of Faith, which will trigger its effect. Since I actually have a spell card in the graveyard now, I can add it back to my hand.
Ooh.
Draw for turn. Ah. Oh. Okay, we have a play. Alright, we will flip summon Magical Undertaker. With Undertaker's effect, I can take a monster and summon it. So I will special summon. It's just it really doesn't matter. Wow. Magician of Faith. Then we will activate Fiend Sanctuary to summon a token. And I will then tribute all 3 to summon Slifer the Sky Dragon. Now we're going to YOLO. I'm going to activate Allure of Darkness. I'll draw 2. And then send every card in my hand to the graveyard.
Ooh, that's rough.
Nah, that's fine. So I can then use my skill, which is if Slifer the Sky Dragon is sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle it back into your deck. So I'll take this Slifer and put it back into my deck. And then I'm going to use the other effect, which is during your main phase where you control Slifer, draw cards to your 4 in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this will go to graveyard. We will go to battle, and we will declare an attack on Breaker.
Yep, so that's 4.
It's 24.
24, yep.
Then, how are we passing the turn?
Okay. Draw.
Well, we'll go up to 5,000 attack next turn.
Well pointed.
If you can summon 2 monsters, you can kill it with your effect.
Well, can only normal once. Go to battle.
Okay.
I'm gonna trade.
Yep. And
No,
get in
oh,
16.
hang on. What are you doing? Well, not attacking. You're going to the grave. And end turn.
Right, draw for turn. Stand by main. I have like the lamest way to win. But we'll summon
that
this.
fiend thing again.
Yes, it is!
God damn it. That is the lamest way to win.
So the main reason I'm on this card is because it gets me a
cannot
monster.
attack.
Oh yeah, it can't attack. Oh fuck. That's good to know. That means I almost certainly lose now because I'm going to deck out. Attack! I thought this card seemed a bit bonkers. End.
Yep. I mean, I can't play anything, so I'll just end.
I draw. I lose. It's a good thing this is just the muck around God episode where we're just playing for fun. Because, yeah, so much shit this game. Right, I guess we'll go to game 3. Aha, I will be taking second.
Okay. Well, let's set to normal breaker.
This man cannot not have breaker in his opener every game.
And end.
Alright, stand by main. This is tricky. Alright, I'm going to set a back row. I'm going to set another card. Then I'm going to activate Allure of Darkness.
Okay.
1, 2. We will then banish Breaker. Send this to grave. And then I think we'll pass on this.
Okay. Take off a counter. Hit that.
Waking the
Got that.
Dragon.
Okay.
So I will summon out. Is it worth summoning this? Probably not. We'll just summon Blue Eyes. He's big.
He certainly is. To defense I go. End my turn.
Excellent. Stand by main. I will activate Fiend Sanctuary. Actually, we have no response.
No, I don't.
Speed, Sanctuary. And then I'll tribute all 3 of my monsters. Slifer the Sky Dragon. Then we'll go ahead and fire off our effect to draw until we have 4 cards in hand. 1, 2, which is currently at 4,000. We'll go to battle, and we will declare an attack.
The grave he goes.
Pass the turn.
In the end step. Swamp Mirror. Yeah, I'll do that then. Oop. And I'm going to say he's a divine insect. Yes. This was very much a race. Okay, I'm going to activate Wormbait and make 2 insect tokens in defense. Activate It's a God. Oh, he can't be normal set neither. Nope, you cannot normal set the gods. That is rough. Your effect doesn't target either, it's just a normal summoned. When normal summoned, cards and effects cannot be activated. Well, in that case then, we will Obelisk, Fist of Fate. Unfortunately, Swamp Mirror. Set a monster in defense. And end. Lure of Darkness. And to the grave it all goes. Night Beam. We've got an Obelisk back out. Never mind. Oh no, I used my skill to get it out of the deck, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, GG.